What it do, everybody? It's your Q-Man Teddy B coming back at you, and today we're going to do a little short video. I'm going to teach you guys how the cue ball moves, and like from left to right, right to left, back, up, top, spin, and all good things like that. Some tips on how to get warmed up, and a bit of here and there, a little bit more. So guys, if you enjoy what I do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into this. Let's do it. All right, so we got the cue ball with an 8 ball lined up straight on the table. As you can see, it's lined up into the middle of the dot. Here is the center of the cue ball, and we're going to talk about how the cue ball moves with the object ball. So if you hit it center, obviously the cue ball is just going to go straight. If you put top on it, slightly up to the top of the cue ball, it's going to follow. If you go down, you're going to get backspin. But if you go left and right, that's where it kind of gets interesting. So if you aim center and you go to the right and you hit right, then the object ball is going to go left. If you hit left, the object ball is going to go right. Sorry about that. Here, let's demonstrate. So here we are center, and we're just going to hit it straight. See? Just comes right back. Here's the center, and we're going to come up. Now the cue ball is going to follow, and that's called a follow shot. So here's the center, and we're going to go down slightly, and this is going to cause a backspin, causing the cue ball to spin back. We're centered, and we're going to move over to the right. Moving over to the right, you see the object ball moves to the left. Oh, 8 ball for the win, baby. Recentered, moving over to the left will cause the object ball to go to the right. So here's the center, moving to the left. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. 8 ball for the win, baby. Beautiful. So we're going to take everything that we learned about how the cue ball moves, and we're going to put it into action. We got the 8 ball here, and we got the 9 ball sitting here. The 9 ball is always going to be replaced and put in the exact same spot, but the 8 ball is going to be moved in a different location every time. Here, we're going to start with a straight shot, and the goal is to get position on the 9, but we'll talk about how to do that later. Here, we're going to start with a straight shot. Do we have position? Yeah, we can still make that 9. Beautiful. We're going to do top draw. But with top draw, with a straight in shot like this, you have to be careful because you're at risk of the cue ball following the 8 ball and, causing a scratch, leaving you no position on the 9. So here's the center, top, and that's exactly what I was talking about right there. So now let's talk about backspin. Backspin is an excellent choice when you have a shot like this, straight in shot. You can get a backspin and get good position on the 9. So let's show you guys how that works. We got a straight in shot here. We're going to go center and go down with the backspin. You don't want to punch it. You just kind of want to follow through. And just like so, woo, look at that. Beautiful leave on the 9. And that's game, baby. That's game. So let's talk about side spin here. We're going to start with a center and move over to the right. As you can see that it is not straight in. The path is slightly off. So we're going to apply right spin, which is going to make the 8 here cue ball ricochet off the rail and giving us position on the 9. The amount of speed and force that you want to apply here is kind of optional depending on how fast the table moves. Here's the center. We're going to move over to the right and right off the rail. And just like that, we have great position on the 9. Bam. Beautiful. You can see here the path to the 8 ball is not straight. Our path line is off and the cue ball is going straight for the pocket. So what we're going to do here is we're going to apply left spin. Left spin is going to spin the cue ball this way, hit the object ball, reverse, come off this rail, come down and give us position. Here we're going to give it a slight punch, not like a hard punch. Here's the center to the left and just stroke through. And just like that, we have great position on the 9. And that's game, baby. Now we're going to talk about topspin. Topspin is a very, very useful tool when it comes to getting up and down the table if backspin is not an option or your preference. So as you can see, once again, our path line is not straight to the pocket. So we are going to go center and apply top, move over up to the top, and just like so. Look at that. Perfect position. And once again, that's game, baby. So before we get into warm-up drills, I wanted to show you guys a quick demonstration and talk to you guys about maximum spin, about maximum draw. And well, the benefits of it. Here we have an almost full table draw, and when you're using maximum draw, you want to have your hand back further on the cue. Here we're going to aim lower than we typically would on the cue ball. That way when we stroke through, you can see the cue ball punches the 8, stops for like a millisecond, and then just swings back. But you do have to be careful when you're using maximum draw not to pop the cue ball. This is absolutely my favorite warm-up drill that I'm sure not a lot of people know about. I kind of made it up myself. So we're going to put the cue ball right in the center. We have 6 balls and we're going to start with the lowest number and we're going to use right spin on every single shot. Me, I'm right-handed, so I'm using right spin. If you're left-handed or whatever your preference may be, whatever works for you. But the point is to use spin on every single shot. And so let's get it started. We're going to chalk up here. And let me tell you guys a little bit more about this drill and the benefits of it. So, like I said, we're going to do side right spin on every shot. This is a great way to get warmed up, and it's a great way to determine how the table is rolling, what is the speed of the table that you're playing on. It's a great way to improve your game. Here is an example of maximum spin. Look at that. Beautiful shot. Love it. And it can truly get you out of a lot of sticky situations, understanding how the cue ball moves with right and left spin, top spin, right spin, bottom spin. Here I'm going to put right spin on the 7, and we have a great shot on the 9. It's a straight in, but we're going to move to the right. As you can see, it deflects and moves the cue ball out of the way. So we have moved the pool balls further out from the pockets, increasing the difficulty on this drill right here. We're still going to put the cue ball right in the center. We're still going to start with the lowest number. You don't necessarily have to do it the way that I do it. As long as you put the cue ball in the center, it doesn't matter which number or which direction you start with, as long as you start with the lowest and move your way to the highest. This is an excellent drill. I'm going to be using right spin once again, starting with the lowest. And this is an amazing drill to learn, like, speedball control. As you saw right there, If I hit it a little bit harder, I would have made the 6 with it. But the object and the purpose of this drill is to make each ball without touching another ball. If you fell and you like sink the cue ball, or if you hit an object ball, then you set it back up and you try again. Trying and practice makes perfect. And this drill right here is an excellent way to get warmed up. And if you just want to increase your skill on using spin control and how it works and all things like that, this is a great way to do that. Here, I popped the 7 a little too hard. I wanted the cue ball up the table. It came down, so it's okay though. We're gonna put right spin on this. It deflects, comes back down to the table, and we have the 9. We have a straight in shot, but adding spin will deflect the cue ball out of the way, causing the 9 to go and no scratch. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, like and subscribe.